Minute with Mary. Super excited to have you here. Today is the first day that I feel human again. So please join me and say hashtag hello lovely. My family has been sick for several days and I finally have the time and energy to get ready. So I'm going all out. I am creating a Valentine's Day look, even though all I'm doing is picking up a child from school and dropping another one off at dance. I mean, honestly, this is like just general Wednesday for me. But you know, there's some days when you've just kind of been stuck in a rut, whether it's emotionally or the weather's got you down, or if your family has been super sick, where you just feel like, you know, you gotta jazz things up. You gotta get dressed up. You gotta get yourself that special, that special drink at the coffee shop. You name it. That's what this is about. So do me a favor and say hashtag hello lovely. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And I also want to know, have you ever traveled to Mexico? I am leaving in a week. Now, I will say I am going to a part that is not in chaos right now. Hi, Anna. How are you? Because there are a couple of parts of Mexico that a lot of chaos is happening in right now. So I've had a couple of you reach out to me being like, are you sure you're able to do this? Are you going to be okay? I'm going to Tulum, where none of um, the bad stuff is happening. So thank you. But I am definitely, keeping my eyes and ears on the ground about like what's happening with the country overall. But Mexico is a really big country. And just like how there are areas here in the United States that may be less than desirable to travel to because of scary situations, same with Mexico. But Tulum, we have been assured, and Cancun are given like their utmost security because it's a big tourist destination. So thank goodness. But let me tell you, I am not traveling with Blake. And he is a nervous wreck right now. Like, he's been nervous in general, but now that news reports are coming out about things being chaotic, he's even more nervous. I just put some mattifying primer on my face. If you have pores that are a little showy, a little larger, maybe you have some fine lines in your skin, mattifying primer at minutewithmary.com is going to be awesome for you. This time of year my skin's super dry, and so normally when I hear things mattifying, I'm like, oh no, they're going to suck out all the moisture. But my mattifying primer doesn't. It really just creates a nice smooth base. All of the primers do that. They're going to lock in the serums and moisturizers and all that goodness that you have. But I will say that my mattifying primer, particularly if you need like a really flawless base, is awesome. I like it too because it kind of tones down a little bit of the dewiness. If you love dewy, the dewiness look, so really like a nice glistening look, go for the hydrating kind of primer and a hydrating kind of foundation. But today I'm going to be using my spray foundation. So the spray foundation is my jam for when I really want to have a flawless pulled together look. This is a airbrushed kind of look. It's going to give a full coverage. It doesn't feel like there's anything on your face. So I'm going to play around with the coloring today because I have been using my self tanner. We're going to find out what I am together. So when you put the primer on your skin, you're going to let it sit for a little bit. And I also am going to be doing an eyeshadow look using my eyeshadow palette number 9. So all of these products are available on my site, minutewithmary.com. I will say that the entire month of January is a skincare sale. So I'm going to be chatting about all things skincare and getting ready for this trip and feeling human again because there are a lot of fun things going on in this household. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Anna. How's Colorado going? I'm putting some eye primer on whenever you're going to be doing an eyeshadow look. And if you have oily lids, hooded eyes, or maybe you have a little bit more mature skin, an eyeshadow primer is going to be a great base as it's really going to grip your products nice and strong and hold on to them really long. I also love using liquid eyeshadows. Not all liquid shadows are built the same. I will give a caveat to that. But the liquid shadows at minutewithmary.com are awesome, and they do have primer built inside. But if you're someone who wants to play around with the more traditional pressed powder eyeshadows, I do recommend that you use an eyeshadow primer. Mine lasts me well over a year. So a little goes a long way. You use pretty much the size of like the top of a pin, and you apply that to both of your eyelids. It's going to be really sticky. It has a little bit of a nude neutral shade to it. and that it is going to severely grip your eyeshadows so that way they do not get all stuck in the creases of your eyelids. You need to come back and try ice cream. Yay! Awesome. Today is snowy. It's in the 30s. So it's in the 30s here too. I'm starting off just with this like bone colored shade right here, just with a big blending brush. And I'm going to apply that all over the lid just as a nice base to really cancel out freckles and veins and help just create that neutral base that I want. I like applying a more neutral base to your eyelid after you apply a little bit of eye primer, just to lessen the grip. If you want that grip really, really strong right away, go for it. But to me, this really makes it like a nice blendable surface. And as I said, it creates a nice nude base for the eyeshadows to blend on, so they don't have to worry and conflict with my freckles and my veins on my eyelids. So yeah, it's in the 30s here. It was in the 20s and the 30s. We still have not had a good snowfall, so my kids and I are super duper bummed, but my kids have been sick for like a week. I wish I was kidding. There is some crazy superbug going around, and sadly my household has been afflicted with it. Headaches, nausea, fatigue, all over miserableness and crying and whining, and then when you think they're in the clear, a fever pops up. So it has been just one sick person after another. Knock on wood, I have steered clear, and I am telling you, I am like putting out all the good vibes of being healthy. I have had my fair share of being sick, so I'm hoping that I can steer clear of it so I can go on my trip. I'm just using a makeup brush sponge. You can find these like at the dollar store or on Amazon. I found these ones at the dollar store. What do they call it? Switching sponge. So you can switch eyeshadow shades. Do not spend a lot of money on a switching sponge. Oh, maybe spend enough so you could open it. My hands are all like soft now because I used my eyeshadow primer. There we go. So I got this one at the dollar store. I mean, you can get these sponges and then wash them, but to me, I got them for $1. All you do is you take your eyeshadow brush and you go like this. If your shadows are relatively in the same hue, you're just going from maybe like a light pink to a light neutral, just use this. If you're doing like hardcore green, blue, then you're going to purple or pink or something like that, you're going to want to use a brush cleaner. But in a pinch, this is going to be your jam. So if you do use eyeshadows, grab yourself one of those next time you go to the dollar store. I am now going to go in and do a transition shade. So I'm going to use this neutral pink shade. It just perfectly matches the shirt that I have on right now. The shirt gives me all the Bridgerton vibes, which I just find so romantic. And my daughter had requested that we start to decorate for Valentine's Day. And so that just kind of inspired me, where I was like, you know what? We prep for Christmas at least a month ahead, right? Like we start to get the tree up and the decorations and the music. And I feel like so often we just kind of jump into Valentine's Day on February 1st, but that's just 2 weeks. So if you're someone who likes to add merriment and love and decorations and just kind of themes into your household, I say start now. I say start now, and if you're like, Mary, it's too early, okay, fine. Start January 14th so you can have a month ahead. But I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I want to start to do some Valentine's Day looks, because if you yourself want to embrace the season of love, then you may want to start to practice it, or you might need to do a little extra shopping to grab yourself something. This right here, this palette just screams Valentine's Day to me. It's my palette number 9. If you go to minutewithmary.com and you click eyes and eyeshadows, you cannot go wrong. Like 3 in a row, 3 diagonally, 2. All of these colors blend beautifully with each other or by themselves. So I just love it. It's great for if you're a beginner or if you have been doing eyeshadows for a long time. So, but yeah, it's just great. So I'm doing my eyeshadows before I apply my foundation because I want that primer to sit on the skin. Now, I am, later this week, if I do get the opportunity to play with some makeup again, I am going to try to switch things up and try out a couple other different foundations to see what I want to take on my trip. I am going to attempt to only bring a carry-on, like 2 carry-on pieces for my trip to Mexico. After seeing all the chaos that people have been dealing with at airports and like, you know, their luggage not being where it needs to be, that's the last thing I want. And I know that, you know, I could have a seamless flight and it could be perfect, but if I can get everything I need into my carry-on luggage and then my personal item, which are, for my flight, those are included, I'm going to really try to do it. I'm not there too awfully long. So once again, I'm working with this eyeshadow palette. I'm now going to take my liner shader brush and add a few other elements to it. If you're tuning in, do leave me a hashtag hello lovely. That lets me see who's tuning on in. You can, for fun, let me know where you're tuning in from. That's always great. But yeah, so I'm leaving Thursday morning bright and early. I'm going to take the shadow portion of this brush. This is just your regular eyeshadow brush shape, kind of like a little domed shape, and I'm going to apply this more dark reddish pink color into the outer crease, so right over here, right there. You can use a crease brush for this, but basically you just want a brush that's a little bit more dense. When brushes either for your face or for your eyes have the bristles a bit more dense, it means that it's going to deposit more color. So it's going to be deeper and darker and more true to the color that you see in the little pan. If you buy eyeshadow and you use your eyeshadow brush and it looks too light, first, it might just be a poor quality eyeshadow that may not have a lot of pigment to it, but if it is a quality eyeshadow, it would probably come down to your brush. And so if you're using too fluffy of a brush, it's just not picking up enough product. So I want to figure out if I'm doing carry-on, I don't think I can bring aerosol. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'll have to ask, unless any of you have been traveling recently. I don't even think it's aerosol. It's a spray, so I'd have to figure that out. It is only 1.6 fluid ounces, so it could fit inside that little quart travel bag. But part of me is just thinking I might try to go with my stick foundation. It is a cream-based foundation, so I might start playing with that this week, and that way it doesn't have to go in that little liquids bag. Or I'll take my powders. We'll see. We will see. But because I'm trying to do things only in a carry-on luggage, it's going to be an adventure. All right, so you can see I placed this really kind of in that crease. I brought it to my eyelid a little bit, and now I'm going to bring it onto my ocular bone. So my crease is here, but because I have a hooded eyelid, a lot of it just gets sucked up. So I like to pretend that my crease is more where that ocular bone starts to go in. And so I'm just going to bring whatever color is still there right on over it. And this is what people call their outer V. And it just really creates a nice bit of drama, makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, and just emphasizes it a little bit. Mine is not blended right now, so don't worry, but I kind of like to show you, this is what it looks like when it's not blended. And if you do your eyeshadow at this point and it doesn't look the way you want, probably blending is going to help you. All right, so let's go deposit it on the other side as well. So yeah, so I'm gonna attempt to just do carry on to Mexico. With that, I'm only going to have 3 pairs of shoes, a pair of flip-flops, a pair of nice-ish sandals that I can wear every single night to dinner, and a pair of sneakers, as I'm hoping to do some walking. I'm going to bring 2 bathing suits. So I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. But really I'm only there half day on Thursday and half day on Monday. So 3 full days and then 2 half days. Then I'm going to have my pajamas, and we have an opening party because this is through my company, through Minute with Mary, through my makeup company. I earned a trip. It's an all-inclusive resort. I'm taking my best friend who was supposed to come with me last year, but sadly she had COVID right before, so she was unable to come, but now she can come this year, so I'm really pumped. There's an opening party, and it is just the colors and beauty of Mexico. So a lot of, bold colors and prints and flowers and things like that. So I may just bring a red dress that I have. I also have a tropical dress that I've worn in the past. I want to bring my red dress, but my red dress takes a little bit more room. So that's going to be questionable. But I just feel like it would be a bit more perfect for the theme. And then the closing party that we have is a 70s themed party. And I was debating about buying some new outfits, but I actually have a couple of outfits that would fit. I just need to get a couple of accessories. So I'm hoping to get some of those round shaped glasses. Maybe I'll get a flower thing for my hair, and then I'll call it a day. I'm going back to that original blending brush that I used, and I'm just going to soften the edges, but this is really kind of where I placed the product for my outer V with that deeper dark pink. And I'm just going to work in little circular motions, and by being a circular motion, it's really going to keep the placement of the product but blend the edges so it doesn't look too harsh. And really that's all I want. I just want it to be a bit deeper and darker in those places, but I don't want it to like be like, this is where the color starts. This isn't a cut crease. This isn't like a 60s, 70s eye look. I just want it to like blend a little bit to give it more of an ombre kind of smoked out pink eyeshadow look that I just think is so romantic and flattering for all eyeshadow, all eye shapes, not eyeshadows, eye shapes. So we're gonna have the closing party, and that will be a 70s theme. Some people are going all out. My girl Mo, who is a teammate of mine, she earned the trip. She earned the trip last year as well, and the year before. But last year she couldn't come because of the panorama as well. She didn't have it, but her +1 did. And so she couldn't go because she was too close contact. But this will be the first year that she and I get to go on a trip together. So for the one that we've earned. So we're really, really excited. And she is someone who does go all out when it is a theme and a costume. So she's got a really groovy outfit, really, really groovy outfit planned. So tell me, are you someone when there is a theme night for work or a party or, you know, bachelorette party or anything like that, like do you go all out? Do you do the absolute minimum, or are you somewhere in between? I am definitely somewhere in between. If I find things in my wardrobe that already work, fantastic. If I find things that are, especially if I could do an accessory and it helps just kind of bring what I already have to fruition, awesome. But I am not someone who like goes out and buys an entire new outfit for a theme night, because then it just ends up in my closet and I have nothing to do with it. And I don't like to have too many clothes. I'm trying to minimize a little bit more. So you can see what that blending brush just did. It really, really softened up that eyeshadow, keeping it still dark in this outer portion of my eye. I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher onto the ocular bone space. I like to keep right here under the arch nice and open from the product, but if you have this eyelid space right here, you know, you can use it. You can bring that eyeshadow there. I think keeping underneath your eyebrow just a smidge really helps with the lift. But if you're someone who wants to showcase color on your eyelids, you know, don't miss out on this good old chunky spot right here. The only place you can add color isn't just your lower lid. You can also put some color up here, especially for my hooded eye friends like myself. All right, so we've got that beautiful color laid down, and now I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer. I just think shimmer is so romantic and beautiful, and for friends who have textured eyelids, you may have a little bit more mature eyes, you do not need to worry. You can still use shimmer. I wouldn't use it everywhere, but particularly on this lower lid and that inner 2/3, go to town. And this shade right here, this kind of neutral shimmer shade, it is so pretty, and it blends gorgeously with all these shadows. So I'm taking that same brush, I just cleaned it off briefly on that little makeup sponge cleaner that I was showing you. And now I'm just patting and placing it on the inner 2/3. I will blend the edges slightly, but this is just so easy. It's so easy. You do a transition shade, a little something in your outer V, and then something either lighter or light catching on this inner 2/3, and bada bing, bada boom, you've got yourself a gorgeous eyeshadow look, my friend. And you can do it with all different colors or textures or finishes. If it's got a little shimmer, I like to even pop a little bit more in that inner corner. It just really helps open up the eye, but see how pretty? And now we'll take that blending brush, and I'm just going to go right along the edges just to soften things up. And it's just super pretty and romantic, and really helps the eye pop. Let me know if you could see that difference. But yeah, I'm just really excited about this trip. I have been nervous. I have been nervous to go with my health kind of being questionable. But after speaking with my doctor, you know, she told me, she's like, we've done so many tests, particularly with my heart. I've had recent like heart issues pop up. That we've done so many tests that I'm not in immediate danger. My heart isn't great. We don't exactly know what is going on with it. I mean, just part of my long panorama issues in general, I guess, but it's nothing that should keep me away from traveling. So I'm not in immediate danger. So she told me, she's like, honestly, I think it'll be good for you. It'll be good for you to get out, get some fresh air, like lay on the beach, laugh, have some time with my girlfriend. So I'm excited. I am excited, and I'm here for it. All right, so that is it for the eyeshadows. Just to show you once again, if you did tune in a little later, I'm using my eyeshadow palette number 9 from minutewithmary.com. I started off applying this shade all over my lid, particularly like underneath the eyebrow, just to create a nice base. I used the light pink shade that is matte for my transition, this more deeper pink shade for my outer V, and then this shimmer shade right here on the inner kind of 2/3 of my lower eyelid. And now I'm going to go in and get some spray foundation. Amy says, did you see the mess overnight with the airlines? No, was this just like last night overnight, Amy? Tell me. And then tell me if I'm making the right decision to try to carry on my luggage, because that's my plan. It's just to carry on because I'm afraid of these airlines. Please forgive me for the shaking. Gotta shake it up, baby. So once again, if the coloring is completely off, I apologize. I have been self-tanning to prep for my trip. So when you self-tan, you just kind of have to go with the flow and see what is gonna be your new shade. Because when you self-tan, you don't necessarily stay in like your normal color range. It can be a little different. So you know, when I self-tan, I am not the shade that I am in the summer already. So this is my summer shade. This is the shade Lace. And I am obviously not Lace when I use self-tanner. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm probably chiffon. I'm a completely different shade and undertone. And that is okay. That is okay. But here's the cool thing. If you do have a shade that is too light, and you are self-tanning or you quickly get a tan or whatever, you can warm things up with bronzer. So it's not like, oh, this is hopeless, I'm the wrong thing. I'm going to show it with you. You don't want to wipe it all off. You don't want to waste your makeup. And if, like me, like I'm just self-tanning really for this trip. I don't know if it's going to be something that I do all season long. So I'm not necessarily going to worry about buying a whole different foundation just for my trip. But as I said, I most likely am not taking this one, the spray foundation. I'm most likely taking a different one just because of travel purposes and my wanting to carry on my luggage. So Amy said, yes, overnight there was an issue with the computer system the airlines used, so all flights were grounded. I believe things are fixed now. Oh my gosh, Amy, my husband's gonna freak. He's gonna freak out when he hears that. Maybe he won't hear that news. All right, so as I said, my makeup shade right now, it's too light. It is too light for my self-tanner. Thank you very much, Lace. You are my summer shade, but obviously not my self-tanner shade. But I still love you. I still love you. But I can work with this. The good thing is that I don't have to worry about highlighting anything. I've already got that sucker done. But I can go in now and warm things up with bronzer. So I'm just going to do it with my stick foundation. And this is going to be one of the foundations that I may take with me on that trip. So I'm just going to kind of contour and bronze and warm things up. I'm going to use a little bit more than I normally would because I need to warm my face up a little bit. Since I'm not this pale, thank you, self-tanner. And we'll be good to go. This is one of the reasons that I always recommend for people, if you're someone who's going to be using makeup, to have a bronzer product, because you're going to randomly start to get to be a different shade, you know, when the seasons change, or if you do get yourself a little bit tan for a holiday break, or if you just want to warm up your face. I mean, I'm part vampire this time of year, and what I love about having some bronzer and some contouring is that just by adding this, I don't even need to use self-tanner. You know, like if you don't want to use self-tanner and get it all over yourself, but you want your face to look a little bit warmer and have a little bit more definition to it, you can. So this is just that stick foundation. It's a beautiful cream foundation. And honestly, it probably is going to be the one that I take with me on vacation. So I'll be taking a deeper shade, obviously, the base color. And then I'll be taking this kind of bronzer shade. And all it is a deeper color of foundation. The shade that I'm using is called Chenille. And I like it because it really mimics a nice bronze and a contour. Christina, hello, are you okay? Did the plague take you down too? Not yet. So knock on some wood for me, Christina. Because so far, I'm still standing. I'm still standing, as Elton John would say. And I really need to keep standing because I'm going on a trip in a week. So I don't have the time or the ability to go down with the ship. All right, so did you see how I literally just went from like being too pale to now it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So I still am a little light in certain areas, but I'm just going to take that cream product because it's cream, it just blends so easily. And I'm telling you, friends, if you have to have one foundation shade, but yet your skin tone changes a little bit with the seasons, or, you know, on vacation, just get yourself a bronzer or a darker color in the cream foundation, and you're going to be good to go. I'm going to add a little bit right kind of like here to add some definition along my chin, but also to add a little bit of color and warmth to help that out. There we go. There we go, darling. This has been one of the makeup trends right now, is pretty much to look like a skeleton, which I think is gross. They take the product and they draw it like all the way down here. I know. But I'm not going to do that, but I am going to mimic some of that shape to add the color. There we go. Now I don't look as scary. Perfect. All right. Thank you so much for letting me know, Amy. I'm going to have to check and see what ends up happening about the airlines and all this kind of stuff. But luckily it happened this week and not next week, because that's when I'm traveling and I just do not want to be dealing with any of that chaos. So I used the spray foundation. The cool thing with the spray foundation is that it is an airbrush, air light product. It gives you full coverage, lasts really, really long. I absolutely love the product. You know, so if you have uneven coloring on your skin, age spots, things that you're not super confident about, or if you just really like that kind of full coverage look, but you don't want to feel like you're wearing heavy makeup, that would be what I would recommend for you. Those of you who want more of a light makeup, or, you know, light coverage, it may not be your jam, and that is okay, because I generally wear light makeup coverage. But as I said, today I was doing more of a Valentine's Day look, and when I want to go a little bit more glam, I make the makeup match that. I just added a little bit of pressed powder, and now I'm going to go in with a little bit of pressed bronzer. This is just the shade Fair, which I will not necessarily be because now I'm self-tan. So I'll have to be taking a darker bronzer with me on that trip. When I do a more full coverage look and I really want it to have some long-lasting wear, I do put some powder products on top, whether it's a setting powder or a foundation powder like you're seeing here now. I just find layering gives it amazing longevity. So if you have weddings, if you you know, if you just have really long days, or if you have a day where you're going from work and then you're going out with the girls, take the time to do, you know, your regular foundation, but then add a little bit of your pressed powder on top, and it, chef's kiss. It is so, so good and so long lasting that this will, you know, I could have done this at 8 a.m. and then it would last me all through the night. So yeah, I'm really excited, really excited to see how this trip goes. The last year, as I said, I'm using the shade Sweet right now. This is a great, just natural flesh shade. Last year I went on this trip by myself. You know, I didn't have a roommate. I didn't go with Blake. Blake was home because of the kids, because of the panorama. I did have friends who also earned the trip. So this trip is actually given to me as a gift because of the work that I've done with my makeup company. And I am just ever so grateful for the support from friends like you who watch my videos, or if you support me through making purchases through minutewithmary.com, and just for my company. Like, I would have never dreamed that I would be able to go to an all-inclusive resort in Tulum, Mexico, and take my best friend. And what's really cool is she is actually a presenter in Unique as well. She does it just for a discount for herself. And I love that she's now going to get to go on this trip with me, because she's been using these products and been a part of this company for years, like longer than me. And she's not doing it like a business like I. She's not going live. She's not, you know, team building and helping others reach their own goals. But she's on her own journey with it. But she still loves the company, loves the products, loves the mission. And as I said, does it for a discount, because she gets at least a 20% discount on her products. So it's just so neat that, like, she too is in this journey with me, but on a completely different adventure. And I just love that. I love that. I know some of you watching, you yourselves are members with the company too. And it's just, I don't know, it's just awesome. It just warms my heart. Warms my heart. It's an amazing opportunity. And I am letting people know, because there is a brand new kit. So if you are someone who wants to, learn how to earn trips like I have, or wants to save some money to help pay off some credit card bills, or maybe you just want a discount on makeup and to treat yourself, there is a brand new $400 value kit. It has my collagen, it has great skincare, it has my best-selling makeup, and it's $99. No strings attached. You can join, and as I said, just rock it for yourself. You can just get the kit, and then one and done, wham bam, thank you ma'am. I will not be bothering you. I will not be asking you to do anything. I just want you to feel fabulous. And if you decide that you want to get it and you want to treat yourself and continue getting things at a discount, awesome. Be like my bestie. You know what I mean? Like, that is exactly what she's doing. What's cool is when you do join for the discount, you get your own website, and there's no fees, there's no auto ships. You can stop at any point. But you also get early access to products. You get early access to the news because you're technically like in the know, just like I am. And then there's other people who have joined and they have decided, you know what, I want to make a little extra money. I want to be able to like pay for my makeup and for my skincare. And so they just share their website link with a couple of friends. And then there's others who have amazing, huge goals like myself. What's crazy is that I joined because the kit was at such an amazing discount. And one thing led to another. And now here I am earning trips and, helping contribute financially for my family. And it's just really brought me so much confidence. And what has made it so awesome is that, like, I'm doing this while I'm helping others, while I'm connecting and sharing things that bring me joy, share that things that I love, that make me feel confident. And it's just been an absolute blessing in my life. So thank you in any which way that you have supported. As I said, even just watching these videos and saying #HelloLovely means the world to me, and it really helps support me. Taking my Prime and Set Mist. I probably will not be taking you on the trip. I love you. I love you, but I gotta leave you. Using some kind of a setting product locks your makeup in. I love that stuff. Oh, that is going to be hard for me to not bring it. I look all wet and shiny right now, but it is going to dry, and it's going to give the finish of whatever I had below. So if I had a matte finish, it would leave it matte. If I had a dewy finish, it would leave it dewy. The spray foundation generally leaves more of a satin finish, so that's what I'm probably going to end up with. In my kit, you are going to get both of my mascaras, by the way. Rachel says the kit is awesome, and so is the discount. I love how much you've loved these products, Rachel. And that's the thing. It's like, if you already, wash your face and use skincare, if you already wear makeup, if you've been thinking about trying out the collagen, this is the way to really treat yourself, get a great discount, try out these products, and then if you love them, awesome. Stay on for the discount. Like, literally just keep saving yourself money on products you'll be using anyway. And if you're sitting there and you're saying, I could use a little extra money, awesome. I'm here and I will work with you every single step of the way. I've got an amazing team. We are rocketing and rolling. We meet once a week, and I'm available in chat. And this is what I do. I help lead other people to, reach their goals and rock their business. And it has been so fun. So fun. I've been able to have wonderful friendships with people all over the world that I wouldn't have met otherwise. And I wouldn't have been able to spend this kind of time with otherwise. So it's very untraditional what I do. And as I said, I didn't start wanting to do this as a business. I honestly was anti it. I did not like it. I did not like the spammy pammies, who would just get in Messenger out of nowhere. We've all had those people. We've all had those people who like message you out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're just this person like schlepping goods, and you don't really know me, and we don't talk to each other. I didn't want to be that. So when I joined, I was like, nope, no sales. No, thank you. But when I got the products and I saw how good they were, I started to just naturally want to talk about them anyway with my friends. And then when I thought about it, I was like, well, if they're going to be buying it and it can support me, like, I could just give them my link. They're going to be buying something else online and that benefits nobody. They would, if they like these products, if they believe me that I believe in these products and I love them and they want to try them out too, like I am technically selling. I mean, you sell when you post a picture of yourself with Starbucks. You are selling Starbucks to your friends. You sell when you take a picture at a restaurant saying, oh my God, I had the best meal here. Like you are selling that restaurant for people. You have a good experience, hopefully, on an airline. You're selling that airline for them. And so we all sell every single day, whether we know it or not, which is wild, right? But once I realized that we all, in a sense, are salespeople in one way or another, and that if sharing something that makes me feel good, if sharing tips and tricks with others can help others feel good, then yeah, I wanted to try it. So that's how it all kind of went down. And Minnie is currently in my car waiting for my daughter. This is awesome. Yay! Hi, Minnie. How are you? So great to see you. What's your daughter up to? Is she at school? Let me know. So I'm just using a little bit of lip liner. This is a great tip if you're someone who feels like your lips are looking a little smaller. You can find the peak, kind of the apex of your lip, and just overline it a little bit. Kind of round it. And then you don't go all the way to the end of your lip. Kind of go like halfway, and then you just kind of like smudge and blend. So the top portion of your lip is kind of like a mountaintop, and you can draw on that full area of the peak of your mountaintop of your lip. A lot of us, it's just the same color as our lip, as our skin. So color that in, but the trick is not to go and line all the way over here. Just to kind of overline in that more center area of your face. And this can also help if you have asymmetrical lips like I do. This side is a little bit thinner and this side's a little bit fuller. And this way it won't look like you're hardcore overlining. And the other tip, if you feel like your lips have lost their plumpness or if you just want them to look a little bit bigger, is to use a gloss. A gloss or even just my lip mask on top. Something that has kind of like a shiny finish. She's in kindergarten. Yay! Where am I off to, Christina? I am off to school pickup. I am like, you know, off to pick up the one healthy kid. Oh my gosh, my nose. Sorry, I'm just going to use my lip mask right now, actually, because my lips have been really dry. So just this clear lip gloss, lip mask, I should say, on top of the lip liner. And having that shine is going to give an illusion that your lips are a little bit fuller, a little bit plumper, a little bit healthier, all that jazz. So this right here would be a phenomenal Valentine's Day look. Very like soft, feminine. You know, as I said, it's got like the like pink, a little bit of a shimmer. Nice and full coverage, really kind of creating this flawless look. The gloss in your lips is just going to give you that extra little pout, catches the light, makes them look a little bit bigger. Because there's lip liner underneath, that holds on really well. When you just wear gloss, gloss comes off when you eat, when you drink, but if there's lip liner underneath, that holds on really strong. So if you are going to go on a date or, you know, or you're going to be eating or drinking or smooching, I definitely recommend using a lip liner. And the shade that I used is the shade Patience. So all of the things that you saw me apply can be found at minutewithmary.com. Please, please, please think about the kit. My beauty bundle, as I said, it's $400+ worth of US value. It's available in many countries worldwide. It's just $99 US, or your monetary amount in your country that would be equal to that value. But it's really awesome. And as I said, I bought it for myself to treat myself, and I loved the products, and you can do that too. And there's no strings attached. If you wanted to do something with it, whether it's to save for travel, to help pay off credit card bills or school debt, you know, you can do that. The world is your oyster. We just got this brand new beauty bundle kit just this month, and I'm thrilled about it because when I joined, it was because there was a high value kit. And so I know it has changed my life. It changed my life even when all I did was just buy it for the discount. Like that was it. So I wanted to make sure that I could come on here and share it with you as well. Hi, Maya Ann. Thank you. Hi, Carla. So great to see you. My hair looks shiny. Oh, thank you, Christina. Thank you. Thank you. So friends, I hope you have a great day. I'm going to go pick up my little lad. I hope that you stay healthy and happy. I hope that you learned something. If you did learn something, let me know in the comments below. Feel free to hit that share button and share this in your stories or on your wall or with some friends. And I will talk with you soon. Thanks for hanging out at Minute with Mary, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.